Welcome back, everybody, to Crockett Corner, Season 2, Episode 14, and I'm talking with Jeff Zimprich. He is a board member for the South Dakota Grassland Coalition, and we're talking about the upcoming Prairie Fest. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, thanks for having me. I really appreciate being here, Ray.
Absolutely, no problem. Let's talk about why these people need to get out this weekend to Prairie Fest.
Right, exactly. So on August 22nd, we're having a free event out at Gooder State Park, really close to everybody here in the metro area. It's really, we want to kind of celebrate South Dakota's grasslands and the history of those grasslands, but we just have a lot of activities that people are going to be able to join in on. So, number one, we've scheduled some early bird activities. So,
I like that, yes. Yeah. Let's make sure we hit on that because I like this early bird thing.
So, if you're a birder, right, and there's a lot of people that do like watching birds.
I'm one.
Yep. Sioux Falls Bird Club's going to be out there, and they're going to have an advanced group and then a beginner's group. I know a lot of times when I've gone out with them, I'm more in the beginner side, and hell, they're talking about this bird, and I can't even find it.
Right.
So we'll have that opportunity. And then at 8 o'clock, we're going to have an opportunity for folks to actually, they'll have mist netting, which are nets they set up to catch birds, and then they'll band them and they'll measure them, and they'll have people that are very good at explaining that to people. And then also at Good Earth, there's an area that was actually reseeded and restored to grasslands. And so there's going to be a bus tour that takes people there to really experience what a really restored grassland is like.
That's awesome.
And those are all early bird activities. Just to kind of handle numbers, we'd like people to register so they can go to the website, get on the website, and I know you'll have that information posted and then get signed up for those events.
That's right. Give it to them while they're listening. They can write it down quick.
You bet. So it is prairiefest.wheregoodthingsgrow.org.
Do it again.
So prairiefest.wheregoodthingsgrow.org.
Love it. All right. So that's the pre-register part of it.
Right.
Main thing kicks off about 9:30ish, right?
Exactly. At 9:30, there's going to be probably 20 different exhibitors there. They're going to have interactive games for kids to do. We're going to have a truck there. It's going to be serving coffee in the morning because everybody's got to have their coffee, right?
Yes.
I'm in that boat.
Yeah,
so
yes.
We'll have coffee there. Then we've got 2 food trucks serving food, and we've even got to have dessert. So we'll have an ice cream truck there in the afternoon as well. Going to have live music. Americana band from the Minneapolis area, Megan and the Bird Watcher, is going to be there. They've actually done a song about grasslands, and so they're going to be there kind of like singing that song and others.
Yeah, if it's Megan and the Bird Watchers, what a perfect band to get for this.
Exactly. It kind of fits in, right?
Right.
So, and it's what's weird about it is so many people go, when I ask kids, when I have them at the farm, I'll go, so where do birds have their nests? And they'll all say, in the trees. And I'm like, well, but you know, a lot of birds have nests in grasslands. And I'll ask them what our state bird is, and most of them will get the ringneck pheasant. And they'll go, ringneck pheasants nest on the ground. Mm-hmm. So, you know, South Dakota was a state with 96% grassland. And so we want to celebrate that. It's what makes our soils good and makes agricultural strong. But we're going to do all this with fun stuff, right? So there's going to be just a ton of activities going on. There's all these exhibitors. There's going to be a passport thing where if you go around to at least 9 of the booths and complete their exercises and stuff, you're going to be able to be signed up for a prize. You're going to be able to pick some things off of a table that might be educational things. It might be a free ice cream cone at the food truck, too. So there's going to be opportunities for them.
Now, this is at the state park, which normally you have to pay to get in.
Right. Right. And if you have a state park sticker, boom, you're right through the door, right? But also what we're going to do to make this be a free event is if you got a carload that comes in, we're going to give you a free pass. So the South Dakota Grassland Coalition is kind of providing that benefit to you. And if you come in all by yourself in a car, we have a special event pass that will cover you to get in. So we've got you covered. You'll be able to get into the event for free.
So the main portion of it starting about 9:30, what time is that going to be wrapping up at all?
So we're going to wrap the whole day up at 2:30.
Okay.
So it's, you know, I guess we did that so parents and everybody doesn't have to think that this is a day-long event. And we also know that it could be warm on August 22nd.
But that's what the ice cream's for.
That's what the ice cream's for. You're right. So it just should be a whole lot of fun activities, some learning that'll happen along the way, a lot of free take-home items, right? We're going to have some bags that they'll be able to take home that are reusable. We've got a donor that donated a whole bunch of native plants, seed, and those kinds of things. So you could go home and do something in your backyard, plant some pollinator her garden. We're going to have people selling plants too, and just all of that kind of stuff. So I think a lot of learning, a lot of fun. Kids should have a ball, and we're anxious to get folks out.
Yeah, it sounds like fun for the whole family. Is there any kind of sponsors you want to thank or anybody? Or
First of all, we got to say thank you to Gooder State Park, right? Because they have been working with us diligently. And then there's going to be a whole lot of sponsors. The list is huge. It'll be posted out there. I wouldn't want to single folks out, but just a lot of people are putting in a lot of effort. But I have to give a shout out to South Dakota Game Fish and Parks and Good Earth because, wow, they've got a lot of speakers coming, and they're also really providing us the location.
Again, let's wrap it up here. Coming up Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
And it's going to be, the early bird. I forget about that.
The early bird stuff starts at 7 in the morning, and then there's some stuff that's at 8 in the morning. Main event will start at 9:30, go to 2:30. Megan and the Bird Watchers play kind of during the lunch hour time. We'll have educational speakers inside, also teaching about landscaping with native plants, more about native birds, just kind of telling the conservation story. So a whole lot of really fun things for people to do and a lot of things people can learn at.
And ice cream.
And ice cream.
I like ice cream. Can you tell?
I can tell.
Jeff, thanks for coming in, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Okay, thank you so much.